Plus, I just want to welcome you guys and thank you for giving me this great honor and privilege to present at this event. It's a momentous occasion, usually one that's celebrated in a larger gathering, but we find ourselves in unusual times right now. The COVID virus and this pandemic force us to really restrict our ability to gather publicly. This oath is done a little differently today because of that, but I'm glad to know you've got photographers and videographers and a few select friends that could join today for this special moment. I'll point out that it's not the first time that a significant oath is taken under strenuous or different circumstances. I pointed out during a recent swearing-in ceremony I did that Lyndon Johnson took the oath of presidency aboard Air Force One on the tarmac at Dallas Love Field after John F. Kennedy was assassinated there suddenly. So this isn't as kind of a drab or dark event as that, but it is still unusual. But it still is one that we should celebrate, this occasion where you take the oath to take that next step in your journey as a professional attorney. So I do want to welcome and congratulate the two of you, Laura and Lucy, as well as your friends and family members who are here and also observing on social media or will eventually see it on video. This is kind of an acknowledgement of your accomplishment, but the path that you've taken to get this far isn't traveled alone. You guys have put in the time, the studies, and the work in the classroom. But it comes at the sacrifice of your friends and loved ones as well, because they're there cheering you along, supporting you and giving you encouragement. So I want to thank all of your family members who will eventually see this video and congratulate you on your accomplishment in guiding these two fine lawyers into this path and into this profession. It's not often that I get to do things that are happy in my courtroom. As you are all well aware, I'm on a criminal rotation right now. So when I come into the office, generally I look into the gallery. It's filled with people who are here because they're accused of a crime. Not usually a lot of people smiling at me. Not all that surprising. So I cherish the moments when I have an opportunity to preside over a happy event. I point out that very often it's just weddings. Those are the only happy events I get. But this is one of the other ones, celebrating somebody's accomplishment and taking the oath of office. The oath of attorney. So you're here to take the oath. The oath of a lawyer is admitting you into the practice of law. It is, in fact, like I pointed out, a culmination of your years of study and hard work. So you'll now become proud members of the class of people that include 25 of our past 45 U.S. presidents, who were in fact lawyers. World leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, Fidel Castro, all of them studied the law. But it's not just limited to people who are public or world leaders. We also have distinguished members of the class of lawyers who include John Grisham, famous novelist, Howard Cosell, sports commentator, Tony La Russa, if you're a baseball fan, he managed the Oakland Athletics to a world championship. He was a lawyer as well. But don't get too excited. The list goes a little bit beyond that. We also have distinguished members of our community like Julio Iglesias, who's a lawyer, Jerry Springer, a fine lawyer. Even Ted Bundy was an aspiring lawyer. So it is a distinguished and noble class. We didn't let Ted Bundy into the fraternity, but we wanted to. Abraham Lincoln is perhaps the most famous lawyer in our history. However, he didn't even attend law school. He was self-taught, and he was viewed by many as the most famous lawyer in history. He often received requests by people who asked that he mentor them in their study of the law. Some of his letters from students who had requested that he mentor them have been documented. And I was able to find one that I found very inspiring. He received a request from a man by the name of John Brockman, who in September 25th of 1860 wrote to President Lincoln, "Dear Sir, yours on the 24th asking," quote, or this is Lincoln's response, quote, "the best mode of obtaining a thorough knowledge of the law," quote, "is received. The mode is very simple, though laborious and tedious. It is only to get to the books and to read and to study them carefully." And then he concludes, Lincoln does, quote, "Work, work, work is the main thing. Yours very truly, Abraham Lincoln." So Lucy and Laura, congratulations on your hard work and your many, many hours of laborious and tedious reading. After 19 years of your formal education, studying for, taking and passing the bar exam, which I would commend the two of you that you apparently didn't even have to do that this year, that you have now earned the title of counselor. So at this time, I'd like to invite Ms. Simla Dickens to come forward to introduce Laura.
All right, well, this is Laura Gage. Laura is probably one of my oldest adult friends. She's my best friend from undergrad. When I met her in Spain, we were studying abroad. I was on the path to become a middle school teacher. And we had an interesting lecture in history class one day about Spanish legal system. And I've been talking to her, and I've learned that she was the daughter of 2 lawyers. And she encouraged me to take some pre-law classes when we got back from our study abroad program. And I did, and she pushed, and she pushed. And so instead of becoming a middle school teacher, I decided to go to law school. And so I guess my clients can all thank me, or thank Laura, for getting me to where I am today. I know that this has been just a moment in the making for years and years. She decided to go to China, and she earned her master's in Chinese linguistics while there, but her plan was always to come back. I'm really happy that she chose to go to my law school, since I decided to follow her chosen path. And I'm really excited for her, and I hope that she enjoys the path that she's chosen and uses all of the amazing skills she's gathered along the way in her practice of law.
Well, I'm sorry for Lucy that Ms. Northman was going to introduce her isn't here, but probably not as eloquent as Ms. Summer Dickens. But I just want to compliment and congratulate you, Lucy. You were one of those people that appeared in front of me for quite a period of time, and I really did appreciate your demeanor in court, your ability to kind of assess things and get to the root of things effectively and efficiently. And I think your talents and skills are going to be well served as a lawyer. So. I'm very happy for you that you have passed the bar, and I'm very confident you're going to have a very bright future as a lawyer. So congratulations. So with that, you each appear to have the script there. So I'm going to ask you to each please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Laura. I, Lucy.
Do solemnly declare.
Do solemnly declare.
I am fully subject to the laws of the state of Washington.
I am fully subject to the laws of the state of Washington.
And the laws of the United States.
And the laws of the United States.
And will abide by the same.
And will abide by the same.
I will support the Constitution of the state of Washington.
I will support the Constitution of the state of Washington.
And the Constitution of the United States.
And the Constitution of the United States.
I will abide by the rules of professional conduct.
I will abide by the rules of professional conduct.
Approved by the Supreme Court of the state of Washington.
Approved by the Supreme Court of the state of Washington.
I will maintain the respect due to the courts.
I will maintain the respect due to the courts.
Of justice and judicial officers.
Of justice and judicial officers.
I will not counsel or maintain any suit.
I will not counsel or maintain any suit.
Or proceeding which shall appear to me to be unjust.
Or proceeding which shall appear to me to be unjust.
Or any defense except as I believe to be honestly debatable under the law.
Or any defense except as I believe to be honestly debatable under the law.
Unless it is in the defense of a person charged with a public offense.
Unless it is in defense of a person charged with a public offense.
I will employ for the purpose of maintaining the causes.
I will employ for the purpose of maintaining the causes.
Confided to me only those means consistent with truth and honor.
Confided to me only those means consistent with truth and honor.
I will never seek to mislead the judge or jury by any artifice or false statement.
I will never seek to mislead the judge or jury by any artifice or false statement.
I will maintain the confidence and preserve inviolate the secrets of my client.
I will maintain the confidence and preserve inviolate the secrets of my client.
And will accept no compensation in connection with the business of my client.
And will accept no compensation in connection with the business of my client.
Unless this compensation is from or with the knowledge and approval of the client or with the approval of the court.
Unless this compensation is from or with the knowledge and approval of the client or with the approval of the court.
I will abstain from all offensive personalities.
I will abstain from all offensive personalities.
And advance no fact prejudicial to the honor or reputation of a party.
And advance no fact prejudicial to the honor or reputation of a party.
Or witness.
Or witness.
Unless required by the justice of the cause with which I am charged.
Unless required by the justice of the cause with which I am charged.
I will never reject from any consideration personal to myself
I will never reject from any consideration personal to myself
the cause of the defenseless or oppressed,
the cause of the defenseless or oppressed,
or delay unjustly the cause of any person.
or delay unjustly the cause of any person.
Congratulations, Counselor. Do an elbow bump.